the irregular singular point, means either of them is not analytic or both of them are not analytic, then we can say that x is equal to a is irregular singular point. So now the question is, suppose in the differential equation, see the previous cases, if you see, we have seen the example in which x is equal to a or some point x is equal to 1 we have considered in the last lecture, and that turns out to be the ordinary point, means p of x and q of x both are analytic at that particular point. So now the question is, when they are not analytic, that means suppose you have a singular point, then how to find out the corresponding series solution of the differential equation. So for that, first of all, suppose x is equal to 0 is a regular singular point of the standard equation. I am considering this as the standard equation, second order differential equation. Then the series solution is, if you remember, this is the solution, infinite solution about the ordinary point. Now together with it, we are considering x raised to m, where m is a positive value or any value you can say. M will be determined with the initial equation that we'll consider later on. But in that case, means whenever you have a regular singular point, you have to assume your series solution as summation k is equal to 0 to infinity ak x raised to m plus k. Here we have added the term x raised to m. Why? Because this has the what you can say, this has the connection with the complex analysis actually. Once you have a all these things you will study in your fourth semester, but let me आपको ये question होगा कि why we have considered x raised to m. So I am giving you answer for that portion. Once you have the regular singular point, means जब आपका function analytic नहीं होता है, और once you have the regular removable singularity, means at that particular time, suppose f of z is not analytic at a point a, then there is always existence of another function g of z such that you can write f of z as g of z into x minus a to the power sum m. So, and this g of z has to be analytic at particular point a. So once you have the removable singularity, here we will consider it as a regular singular point. So in that case, you will always get such a form. And in that case, x minus a, जो g of z आपको जो analytic function मिल गया around the point a, therefore it will possess the infinite series. So the infinite series, which infinite series? This infinite series is corresponds to the function g of z, and here we have considered a is equal to 0 as a regular singular point. That's why you have the form x raised to m in this case. So once it is an ordinary point, we will consider just a series as summation ak x raised to k, and where you have a regular singular point, we have to consider x to the power m plus k. That is what the major difference between the regular singular point and ordinary point. So now it is important, whenever you are given the differential equation, first you have to determine whether the particular point given is an ordinary point or it is a regular singular point, right? That is what the first step is. After determining ordinary point or regular singular point, what is the regular singular point method is substituting the values. Now अभी आपने ये solution है वो assume कर लिया कि this is what the solution is. So substitute the values of y, y dash and y double dash in the equation 1, means whatever given equation you are, substitute the corresponding values of y, y dash and y double dash as you have done in the ordinary case. मतलब यहाँ से आपको y dash, ये आपका y है, तो यहाँ से आपको y dash find out करना है, y double dash find out करना है और उसको substitute करना है in the equation 1. So in that case you will get an identity. जहाँ पर ऐसे recurrence relation मिल रहा था, similarly we will get the recurrence relation, but now it will be in terms of m, because m has the occurrence over here. So you will get the corresponding equation identity in terms of m, and from that we have to determine the value of m. कैसे determine करना है? So for that you have to equate to the zero. किसको equate करना है? To the coefficient of lowest power of x. See, when you are substituting the values of y, y dash and y double dash in this equation, तो आपको एक infinite series मिलेगी with the different powers of x. So उसमें से you consider the lowest power of x and then equate those coefficients to 0 in the identity. So that quadratic equation whatever you will get, that is called, और ये जो quadratic equation होगा that will be in terms of m, and that is called the initial equation, and this initial equation will be of degree 2, and that's why when you solve this quadratic equation you will get two roots. Let me call those two roots as m1 and m2. So those two roots, now solution will be depending on those two roots. So we have to divide it in the further cases, that अलग अलग तरीके से रूट मिलेंगे तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग सॉल्यूशंस भी अलग अलग होंगे. तो यहाँ तक प्रोसीजर क्लियर हुई आप सबकी. पहले डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन दिया होगा, यू डिटरमाइन वेदर x is equal to 0 is regular singular point or not. If it is a regular singular point, Frobenius method will be applicable. So what is this Frobenius method is, regular singular point मिलने के बाद you consider this infinite series as the solution, find out y dash and y double dash, substitute it in the given differential equation, then we will get the identity, and from that we have to find out corresponding m, equate the coefficient of the lowest power of x to 0, so that you will get the initial equation. That will be the quadratic equation. From that you will get two roots, and from the nature of these two roots we have to determine what will be the solution. Up to this method is clear to everyone?
Yes ma'am.
एग्जाम्पल लेने के बाद मेथड
Yes,
और
ma'am.
ज़्यादा क्लियर होगी. ठीक है, तो अभी आप ये ध्यान में रखिए कि जस्ट स्टेप बाय स्टेप आ रहा है. Video is better option that we know, but theory part is here. That's why I am discussing it with this because मुझे ये सब लिखना ना पड़े बोर्ड पे, इसीलिए एग्जाम्पल में मैं बोर्ड पे ही जाने वाली हूँ. Don't worry. So video will be the good option that I know. Now is it okay? I have just seen the chat box right now. That's why I am saying this. Is it okay? Viraj, Niket, all of them are writing. Neetu, Hetvi, Tofel, Arvind. Arvind said anything is fine. Shruti and Niti. So since
Yes,
I
ma'am, it's fine.
Yes ma'am.
since I wanted to discuss the theory part ये पूरी मैं बोर्ड पे लिखूंगी. It will take a time. That's why I have considered just this theory part as the presentation. Example में सीधा बोर्ड पे ही जाऊंगी. Don't worry. I know that. Okay?
मैम आप ये PDF साइन करोगे हमें?
हाँ हाँ कर दूंगी.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
आपको ये मेथड ही चाहिए ना? That I will send to
हाँ
you.
मैम.
That I will send.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay मैम.
Okay, हाँ. So अब तक यहाँ पर ठीक है. So now from the nature of the roots, we will consider the case one. What is case one? वो जो initial equation से आपको दो roots मिले हैं, those two roots are distinct suppose, and they are not differing by an integer. So whatever roots you are getting initial equation से, so suppose those two roots are distinct and they are not differing by an integer. So in that case complete solution will be given by, आपको जो यहाँ से आपने इनफाइनाइट सीरीज का सॉल्यूशन लिया है उसमें आपको m की जगह m1 लिखना है, and from that for this case you have to consider as m2 instead of m. So that one will be the solution. Just wait, it is giving the auto saving, so I am not able to see my PDF file. Are you able to see PDF file? All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Just wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Auto saving option is on. Yeah. So now, and the second solution will be when you substitute the corresponding y value by another root m2. So case one is when m1 and m2 both are distinct and they are not differing by an integer. So at that particular time, we have to consider this as the general solution. Case two is when roots are distinct and differing by an integer. मतलब यहाँ कैसा case होगा? For example, you will get 1 by 2 and 1 as the solution, 1 and 1 by 3, like that. ऐसे m की values मिलेगी. So these are distinct and they are not differing by an integer. Differing by means इसका difference आप लोगे तो it will be 1 by 2. इसका difference लोगे तो it will be 2 by 3 or like that. So in that sense, they are not differing by an integer. But if I consider this one, minus 1 and 2, so they are distinct, but now they are differing by an integer. So that fall in the second case. So likewise, from the roots you have to decide the nature, right? So when roots are distinct and differing by an integer, so in that case may वो क्या करेगा, differing by an integer है, so it will make some coefficient undeterminate. That we'll see in the example, that how it will make the coefficient indeterminate. Okay, in that case the solution will be given by this form only, that C1. लेकिन उसमें देखना पड़ेगा कि क्या क्या specifically you have to see that if the coefficient do not become infinity when m is equal to m1 and m2, तो वो कब infinity नहीं हो रहा है, that you have to make clear and then you have to write the general solution. Right now you won't be able to get it, but in the example I will refer to this file also, and then I will show you that how the solution will be becoming this one. Okay, and case 3 is when both the roots are equal, m is equal to m1. If you remember, let me consider this case later, but if you remember, when you have studied the solution of the differential equation in your first semester, then you have to make sure that solutions occurring, for example, you are considering the second order differential equation, then you will get two corresponding functions in the general solution, and these two functions must be linearly independent. If it is not linearly independent, you have to make it linearly independent by multiplying corresponding element with x. Do you remember this? Anyone? आपको याद हो तो आप रॉन्स्किन फाइंड आउट करते थे, y1 और y2 अगर दो सॉल्यूशन है तो रॉन्स्किन
Yes, ma'am.
that y1 dash
Yes,
and
ma'am.
y2 dash.
Yes, ma'am.
And if it is not equal to 0 determinant of this, then they are linearly independent, otherwise they are linearly dependent. So when you consider the general solution, let me show you. Just a moment. पेन स्क्रीन दिख रहा है आप सबको?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For example, let me consider the differential equation as y double dash minus y is equal to ये equal to मैं blank रख रही हूँ वहाँ पर. तो इसका पहले तो मुझे ये zero नहीं है, that you assume. So to find out the solution of this differential equation, you have to find out the particular integral and the complementary function. So what will be the complementary function? To find out the complementary function, you have to consider the auxiliary equation, that is m square minus 1 is equal to 0, and therefore m is equal to plus or minus 1. Yes or no? So what will be the corresponding complementary function you will get? Anyone, please? कोई बताएगा मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन क्या होता था?
C1 into e raised to x.
Yes, C1 into e raised to x plus C2 into e raised to minus x. So अभी suppose यहाँ पर मैंने आपको दे दिया कि right hand side function जो है that is your e raised to x. समझ में आ रहा है? So now you have already in the complementary function e raised to x portion, and if you are solving this with the method of undetermined coefficient, at that particular time to find out the particular integral, you cannot directly consider e raised to a e raised to ax. You might have considered this form. So to make it linearly independent, we have to consider a into x into e raised to x, if you remember. कि आपको ये लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट बनाना ही पड़ेगा. लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं बनेगा तो वो सॉल्यूशन डिस्टिंक्ट सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिलेगा आपको सेकेंड रूट का वही फंक्शन रिपीट हो जाएगा. सो इन सेम वे टू हैव द डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन linearly independent solution, to get the linearly independent solution, what we have to do, we have to consider here, since m1, now you are able to see my PDF screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now to consider the general solution, this is corresponds to y is equal to m1, and m1 is same as m2. So if I consider y at m2 here, then they will give me the same solution as just it is differ by the constant quantity. So ultimately you will have only one linearly independent solution. So to make it linearly independent, we will consider the partial derivative of y with respect to m at m is equal to m2, so that both of these two will become linearly independent. So whenever you are given two roots same, that means m1 is equal to m2, at that particular time this term will be replaced by partial derivative of y with respect to m at m is equal to m2. And case 4 is m1 and m2 both are distinct, and suppose they are differing by an integer, this one, this is the case. So at that particular time complete solution is given by this particular formula. We will consider example based on these 4 cases, so don't worry, you will be able to understand at that particular time this methods. Okay, so right now today we are going to start with the case 1. So are you able to see the example at the last line?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yes.
yes. Okay. So in that case, this is corresponds to case 1, that roots are distinct and they are not differing by an integer. So we are going to solve this example. But before this, you just try that for this particular case, what will be the means x is equal to 0 will be the ordinary point, or it is a regular singular point, or it is a irregular singular point. You just check me and let me know. आप अपनी notebook में ये try करिए अभी. I will give you 5 minutes. Randomly I will ask to anyone.
Ma'am,
मैम वो
could you
दिख
please
नहीं
show
रहा.
Just a minute, just a minute. Yes, now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Once you are done, you can write in the chat box. Neetu, Niti, Arvind, Lopa has done. Aniket has also done. Very good. What about Viraj, Janvi? Pahini has not joined today, no? No. Hetvi, are you doing?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Shruti? Shruti, am I audible to you? Okay, you are done. Fine. What Viraj?
I get both of them to be infinity. I don't know why.
Sorry?
Both of them are infinite. P of x and q of x.
So that means what?
They are singular points.
Yes. Then further computation you have to do, no?
Yes, for x
Yes, yes, you do it.
regular.
In 2 minutes. What about you, Janvi?
मैम just one.
Sorry?
मैम बस हो गया है. मैं
Okay, 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 fine. Aniket? Aniket? Aniket, am I clearly audible to you? भाई साहब छोड़ के चले गए क्या? Okay, Viraj, you are done.
Yes, ma'am.
What you are getting? X is equal to 0 as first singular point. Then
Yes, and then both of the others are also infinite.
also infinite.
X minus
X
x
minus.
minus 1 and x.
Why you have considered 1 point?
What?
I asked you to check for the 0 point, no?
Yes, I have checked for the 0 point only. So
What you have considered?
if I remember correctly, it is x minus 1 into p of x should be equal
No.
to something, if infinity or right?
No. X minus 1 is not the fixed value. It is x minus a into p of x and x minus a whole square into q of x.
Oh,
Where a is 0
oh,
over here,
okay,
right?
okay.
So please correct it. Can I consider here directly that x is equal to 0 is regular singular point? All of you are agree with this? Please write in the chat box that if any one of you have a doubt that how it become regular singular point, then I will explain you on the board. If not, then I can directly go for the method. Give me the answer that it is a regular x is equal to 0 is the regular singular point for this particular differential equation. All of you are agree with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Just a moment, I am just considering the setting for this one. Now you can pin my particular, what you can say, pin along my name. There will be 3 dots besides my name. So in that, from that option, you can pin myself so that you can see the entire board as a screen. Okay, so solve. The question is 2x square y double dash minus x y dash plus 1 minus x square y is equal to 0 around x is equal to 0. So if you see, first you have to make the coefficient of y double dash 1. So you have to divide this equation by 2x square. So when you divide it with 2x square, you will get p of x as minus 1 upon x and q of x as 1 minus x square upon 2x square. So both of them are not.
Ma'am, I don't see the board.
You
I don't
cannot
see the board. The
Why?
I can't see the board. Your whiteboard.
All of you are not able to see the board.
Ma'am, I can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can see.
Arvind, you just restart the team
Okay, ma'am.
and then let me know.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
okay, so I'm just discussing the regular singular point, so don't worry. So, in that case, p of x and q of x both will turns out to be the infinity and therefore they are not analytic. So, let us consider then further x minus 0 instead of a. Viraj, here it will be this. So, x into p of x, that is 1 upon x. So, here it will be minus 1, and when you consider x minus 0 square into q of x, so this is x square into 1 minus x square upon 2x square. X square gets cancelled. So this is a polynomial and therefore they will be analytic at 0, and therefore I can say x is equal to 0 is a regular singular point, right? Regular singular point. Okay, so therefore the method which we have done yesterday, that cannot be applicable because that method is only applicable when your point is an ordinary point. Here your point is regular singular point, so we have to try another method, and for that we have to consider the series solution as, so let me give this as equation number 1. So let y of x is equal to summation k is equal to 0 to infinity ak x raised to k. Actually here you have x raised to n, but that can multiply with this itself. So series solution will be this one, be the solution of 1. So let us assume that this is the solution. Why we have considered this one? Because x is equal to 0 is regular singular point. So ordinary point hai, then you have to consider just x raised to k. Whereas if it is a regular singular point, you consider x raised to k plus 1. Okay? Arvind, have you joined and are you able to see the board now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now next step is we have assumed the solution. So next point is find out y dash and y double dash, and then we have to substitute in the equation 1. So y is this one. So what will be y dash? I am writing find y dash and y double dash. So for that, y dash of x is equal to phi dash with respect to x we are considering derivative with respect to x. So k plus m will be now occurred. So k is equal to 0 to infinity ak k plus m x raised to k plus m minus 1. x raised to n अगर आप लेते हो तो उसका डेरिवेटिव होता है n x raised to n raised to minus 1. So k plus m minus 1. And what will be the x double dash of x? So now this factor will come with this one and one power will be reduced. So in that case, the infinite series will be 0 to infinity ak k plus m minus 1 into x raised to k plus m minus 2. Are you able to see the last line I have written?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and all of you are writing with me, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
कोई नहीं लिख रहा है ऐसा कौन है? वो अनम्यूट करके मुझे बताए. Okay, very good. Then all of you are writing, so notes आपकी अच्छे से बन जाएगी. That is good. So we have found y dash and y double dash. So now you have y dash and y double dash. So next step is substitute y dash and y double dash in the given differential equation. So let us substitute it. So substituting y dash and y double dash in the given differential equation, we get, what will get? 2x square. Now I am writing it in the series form only, y double dash. So it is summation k is equal to 0 to infinity ak, then k plus m minus 1 x raised to k plus m, minus 1 x raised to k plus m minus 2. This is corresponds to y double dash. Then minus x into y dash, so minus x and y dash is over here. So that is what the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity ak k plus m x raised to k plus m minus 1, and then the last quantity is 1 minus x square into y. So that term I am writing it over here, that it will be plus 1 minus x square in the bracket y, that is k is equal to 0 to infinity ak x raised to k plus m is equal to 0. All of you have written up to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so now I am writing it over here, simplification. What I will do now, I will multiply this x power with this, and then we will try to simplify. I will multiply this one with this one, and then minus x square with this one, and then we will try to simplify this terms, okay? So that I am going to write over here. Today I have used yellow chalk. Are you getting the better resolution with this yellow color or white color?
Yellow, ma'am. Yellow's better.
Yellow.
Yellow is fine, no? Okay, fine. Because yesterday I have seen in the recording that white is not properly visible. So I have used the yellow chalk. Okay, so now the simplification of this will be what? Here. The series will be now starting from k is equal to 0 to infinity to ak, the constant quantity, and k plus n is also the quantity, and k plus n minus 1 into x raised to k plus m minus 2 plus 2. So it will be x raised to k plus m only. Then now minus sign will be multiplied with this one, and x will be multiplied with this one. So it will be, minus summation k is equal to 0 to infinity ak k plus m factor, and then x will be multiplied with this one, will give me x raised to k plus m. And then we have this one, first multiplication with 1, so that series will remain as it is. K is equal to 0 to infinity ak x raised to k plus m, and then it will multiply with x square. So now this infinite series will become k is equal to 0 to infinity ak x raised to k plus m plus 2 is equal to 0. Up to this step, everyone is clear. This is minus sign. Please, if you are not able to see it properly, this is the negative sign. So now if you see from this expansion, we have x raised to k plus 1, k plus m over here, x raised to k plus m over here, and x raised to k plus m over here. We have here k plus m plus 2. So what we'll do, we will collect the corresponding coefficient of powers of k plus m first. So what it will be? First implies summation k is equal to 0 to infinity. In the bracket I can write 2 ak k plus m, k plus m minus 1, then with this minus sign of, for everything I can consider ak as well the common quantity, because ak is common. See, ak is common over here, ak and ak. So I can consider ak also common, so that I will write it over here. Let me rewrite again. ak, so 2 k plus m, k plus m minus 1 minus k plus m, here it will be plus 1, from here it will be plus 1, x raised to k plus m minus this infinite series. So k is equal to 0 to infinity, ak x raised to k plus m minus 2 is equal to 0. So if you see the PDF file, what is the next step we have to consider? See, we have substituting the values of y, y1, y double dash, and we get the identity. So this is what the identity is, and from this we will determine the value m. So for that, what we have to do, we have to consider the lowest power of x and its coefficient, and then we have to equate it to 0. So what will be the lowest power of x for this case? See, m is any value. So you have just the possibility of k only. So k lowest power क्या मिलेगा आपको? m की कोई भी value होगी, but k will be starting from 0 to infinity. So lowest power will be when we substitute when k is equal to 0 only. That means we have to substitute in this equation k is equal to 0. Then only we will get the corresponding lowest power. See here. K plus m, and here it is k plus m minus 2. So lowest power we will consider when k is equal to 0 we have. Are you getting this?
मैम
मैम
वहाँ
वहाँ पे
लास्ट में
k
शायद
plus
+2 है।
आएगा ना?
k plus 2 है.
It is plus 2. Here it is plus 2, so here it has to be plus 2. So that is plus 2. So now what will be the lowest power if you see? You have how many powers you have? One is k plus m and one is k plus m plus 2. So which one will be the lowest power? This one will be the lowest power, and
k plus m.
from 0 to infinity. That means if I substitute k is equal to 0, this one will be the lowest power. So this is the term where lowest power of x occurred, and in which we have to substitute k to be 0, then we'll get the one quadratic equation. Is this point clear to all of you? If anyone has any doubt, they can unmute themselves.
No मैम.
Okay, so lowest power quantity will be this one, and for that we will consider k is equal to 0. So you can write the statement if you want in your note. I will dictate you. Taking k is equal to 0, you just write down. Taking k is equal to 0, the lowest power of x, the lowest power of x is x raised to m, is x raised to m, and equate this coefficients, equate this coefficients to 0, equate this coefficients to 0, we get so क्या मिलेगा हमें? Everyone has written up to that statement. We get
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
let us substitute k is equal to 0 here. So if we substitute k is equal to 0, a0, the first quantity, into 2, 0 plus n, so only n, into 0 plus n minus 1, so n minus 1 minus 0 plus n, so n plus 1 is equal to 0. Means ये step के बाद this is the identity. To find out the particular value of m, what you have to do, you consider the lowest power of x. Means यहाँ पर आपका lowest power होगा x raised to k plus n. Substitute k is equal to 0 in the corresponding coefficients, and therefore you will get one equation. Okay. Whenever we assume in the infinite series, we have to assume that a0 is never 0 in the initial equation. So a0 is not 0, therefore you will get this quadratic equation is equal to 0. So if you simplify this quadratic equation, what it will be? It will be 2m square minus 2m minus m plus 1 is equal to 0. That means it is 2m square minus 3m plus 1 is equal to 0. This is called the initial equation, which I have talked in the theory part. That from this identity you will get the initial equation, and if you solve this quadratic equation, which is called an initial equation, you will get corresponding two roots. What are the roots of this equation? Please let me know. In fact, from here only.
Plus 2 and plus 1. And plus 2 and m equal to plus 1.
Plus 1 or plus 1 and
Plus 2.
Viraj, are you attending the class? Yes. What will be the roots of this equation? What are the roots of this equation?
Ma'am,
Yes.
I cannot see board. See the board.
Means
मुझे बोर्ड नहीं दिख रहा है मतलब ब्लैक स्क्रीन आ रही है
आपको भी rejoin करना पड़ेगा. It may be problem of the connectivity. You just rejoin the meeting. Then you
Okay,
will.
ma'am.
Every other people are able to see the board now.
Yes, ma'am.
What about other people? Arvind is able to see.
Yes, ma'am.
She has left. She will rejoin again. So, which is the initial equation? This is called the initial equation. And Viraj bhai sab aap answer dete ho ya nahi dete ho? Let me compute. From here, 2m I can consider common, n minus 1, minus 1 I can consider common, and n minus 1. This is your 10th standard question. So, the roots are 2m minus 1 and n minus 1 is equal to 0, implies n is equal to 1 by 2 and 1 are the roots. So here comes the case. These two roots are distinct and they are not differing by an integer, and therefore you can refer the PDF file now that you will have the first case when m1 and m2 are distinct and they are not differing by an integer, and in that case the complete solution is given by this square which I have written over here. Okay, so let us try to see, but it is already 10:03, so let us keep up to this one because मैं अगर computation start करूँगी फिर भी I am not able to complete it within the 5 minutes. So let us stop over here. Next Monday we will start from this point only. Next Monday before coming, you just go through this computation. I will start from this point only. Okay? Is that okay for all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a moment. Okay, so if no one has any doubt, then they can leave. But I will start Monday from this one. And next week, I will keep one extra class for solving the doubt session of that beta gamma function. And before that, I will upload the list of the example which is requested by one of your classmates, so that you can have the clear-cut idea about the beta gamma function. So I will upload the list of the example, you try to solve it, and then we will conduct one tutorial class for that particular chapter. So उसमें हम आपके डाउट सॉल्व करेंगे. Okay. So now if you don't have
Okay,
any
ma'am.
doubts, then you can leave the meeting.
मैम
ये
Yes.
theory part upload करना है.
हम ऑर्डिनरी पॉइंट पे जो वाइट पॉइंट पे करते हैं
कोई एक बोलिए. नीतू भी बोल रही है और श्रुति भी बोल रही है. कोई भी एक बोलिए. नीतू बोलिए, क्या बोल रहे हो आप?
मैम मैं तो ये पूछ रही थी कि फ्राइडे को भी आप वर्चुअल क्लास के लिए कोई वीडियो सेंड करोगे इस
हाँ.
फ्राइडे को?
आप
Okay.
लोगों ने वो दोनों वीडियो देख लिए हैं तो मैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो सेंड करती हूँ. अदरवाइज वो 2 वीडियो देख लो ये वीक पे, तो फिर नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे को हम नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पे जाएंगे.
नहीं मैम वो दोनों तो कंप्लीट हो गए हैं.
कंप्लीट हो सब.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want extra time for this week for that beta gamma function? See, मैं आपको example तो उसके देने ही वाली हूँ. So let us keep this week for beta gamma function only. Next week मैं आपको कोई अगर क्योंकि दूसरा जो मैं आपको examples दूंगी तो उसके लिए भी आपको थोड़ा time चाहिए. So that virtual class you can spend for this extra examples of beta gamma function. So I will upload video link next to next Friday for the next chapter.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I will give you the examples for homework. और example को मैं assignment के form में ही दूंगी, so that your one assignment can be considered for this particular chapter. Is that fine?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So those
Ma'am?
yes. हाँ जी बोलिए श्रुति.
ऑर्डिनरी पॉइंट पे जब हम वाई डेज वाई डबल डेज फाइंड करते थे वैसे इसमें करें तो फिर वाई की वैल्यूज में
Sorry, I am not getting your question.
ऑर्डिनरी पॉइंट पे जब हम वाई डेज वाई डबल डेज फाइंड करके उसकी वैल्यू इक्वेशन में रखते थे वैसे ही इसमें कर सकते हैं.
आपका पीछे का स्टेटमेंट जो लास्ट स्टेटमेंट आप बोल रहे हो वो क्लियरली नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है. सब्स्टिट्यूशन के बाद आप क्या बोल रहे हो?
अगर इसमें सिंगुलर रेगुलर सिंगुलर पॉइंट में ऐसे ही करे तो मेथड
No, that method will not be applicable. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे देखो x is equal to 0 is regular singular point, means it is a singularity occurred over here, and once singularity is occurred we cannot say about the convergence of the infinite series. आपको ऑर्डिनरी पॉइंट मिलेगा तभी एनालिटिक फंक्शन होगा, तभी आपको इनफाइनाइट सीरीज का कन्वर्जेंस मिलेगा, अदरवाइज यू वोंट गेट द कन्वर्जेंस क्राइटेरिया. और ये जो हम इनफाइनाइट सीरीज लिख रहे हैं k is equal to 0 to infinity, अगर उसका फाइनाइट सम आपको कोई पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू मिलती है देन ओनली इट हैज अ वैल्यू, अदरवाइज दिस इफ यू आर गेटिंग इट एज इनफाइनाइट वैल्यू देन इट वोंट हैव एनी मीनिंग. सो x is equal to 0 when ordinary point, there is an assurance that this infinite series will always what you can say convergence. But when it is not an ordinary point or it is a singular point, at that time we don't have any of the result where this infinite series have the surety of the convergence, and that's why we have considered this factor x raised to m into ak x raised to k. This is the factor where the removable singularity comes in the picture. that जो problem create आपने जो x minus a whole square करके लिखा ना, तो वो क्या होता है कि इसको मल्टीप्लाई करने से उसका एनालिटिसिटी जो है जो जहां पर नहीं मिल रहा था दैट इज रिमूव्ड एक्चुअली. So by multiplying this infinite series with this factor, it will give you now the surety of the convergence of the case. That's why we have to consider this factor only, not the ordinary case. Is it clear, Shruti?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you just upload the theory part?
Yeah, I will upload it today itself. I have just saved.